Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. It is Friday night, May 31st, and it is Roknn and Rolln in Cleveland, Hopkins. So we're going to just do a quick hop over from Pittsburg to Hopkins. So before we get the engine started, I want to get the ATIS.
Runway 28 light approach is in use. Departing runway 28 light. Runway 28 center. Motion to Roknn. Operate transponder in altitude reporting mode on no taxi with runways. Read Echo runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information whiskey. Pittsburg International Airport ATIS information whiskey. 00510. Ramp 310 at 3.
Fire truck.
Visibility 10. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 22. 2.13. Altimeter 2985. Simultaneous ILS runway 28 left and ILS runway 28 right approach is in use. Departing runway 28 right. Runway 28 center. Motion to Roknn. Operate transponder in altitude reporting mode on the runway.
There we go. Alright, we have information whiskey. Going to get our clearance. Good evening.
Delta 231 Boston, so 134.7.
Should wait a second. Listen.
Was that for JetBlue's?
You know what? This fire truck came up to me here. Oh, it prompted that.
231 contact Boston Center 134.7.
Good evening, Cleveland Center, November 66 Lima X-rays at Pittsburg with whiskey IFR to Cleveland, please.
November 6 Lima X-ray clearance and request standby.
Alright, while we're waiting,
Alpha contact,
get the engines going.
Center 125.32.
Oh, I can't have to wait till this fire truck goes away. Parking brake is on. Wish this fire truck would go away. What he's doing here. Put my rotating beacon on.
West wind 3565, you are on the right frequency, runway 23, line up and wait.
We'll start the number 2 engine, because that shouldn't interfere with him. Pumps on. Brakes are on, lights on, throttles are idle. We're clear to the right. We'll select the bleed air over the right engine and start the ignition. Number 2's turning. N2's on the rise.
Delta 613 could...
ITT's on the rise. Fuel pressure's on the rise. We'll introduce fuel. Got good ignition. Bleed air back to normal. Star switch selected to ground. There goes the fire truck. I don't know why he came up to us. That was different. We'll start the number 1 engine. Sorry, bleed air, ignition. Number 2 stabilizing. Number 1's turning. N2's on the rise. ITT's on the rise. Fuel pressure's on the rise. Introduce fuel. We got good ignition. Bleed air back to normal. Star switch selected to ground. Oil temperature looks good. Oil pressure looks good. Engines are in the green. ATIS, we have whiskey. Waiting for a clearance delivery. Clock is set. Transponder, we need our clearance, but autopilot's off.
No, proceed direct Jamestown.
Flight director's on. 5,250 knots. Altimeter's the local setting. Landing gear selector's down. Lights are tested. Pitot heat's on. De-ice is on. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. Cam alerts as required. Shut the APU down. Verify APU's coming down. Master switch is off. And then taxi clearance.
AC 137, welcome. JetBlue 6301, contact approach 124.0.
He's busy, so I hope it doesn't take him too long to get to us. Hope for either runway is a quick departure
West
for us.
wind 3565, fly runway heading. Wind 2306, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
This flight is very short, 25 minutes. We're going one waypoint, the Akron VOR. And this is it.
So there's your 6 requesting descent flare. FedEx 666 descend via the tribe to arrival. Cleveland altimeter 2985, landing south.
I thought it got a little quieter. Fix that. What's going on there?
Cleveland, sending up announcement to checking in 360.
Alright, we got our engines running.
922 Cleveland Center, welcome. CLS-E 1995 requesting higher if possible. WestJet 1995, I'm maintaining flight level 400. Quiet, maintaining flight level 400, WestJet 1995, thank you. Cleveland Center, Delta 2610, flight level 370. Delta 2610, Cleveland Center, welcome. WestJet 3565, fly runway heading. Wind 2306, runway 23, clear for takeoff. AC 423, 4235, contact approach 124.0.
24 nothing, AC 4235, good night.
Wish I had gotten off a little sooner. Wouldn't be waiting so long. I don't want to be a pest, but...
Cleveland Center, Delta 1313, pressing load. Delta 1313, I already gave you descend via the tribe 2. Cleveland altimeter 2985, landing south. Tribe 2, landing south, Delta 1313, you got kind of stepped on with other traffic.
See the Cleveland 8 is from here.
United 69, contact approach 124.0. Approach 124.0, United 69.
Taxi lights working.
Cleveland Center, Frontier Flight 431, we're due flight level 260. Frontier Flight 431, Cleveland Center, welcome.
Alright, both engines are running. Temps and pressures look good. They're both stable. Hey, Cleveland 660 X-ray, you have that clearance?
November 66, Lima X-ray, my apologies, sir, got a little bit busy.
I noticed. Anyway.
November 66, Lima X-ray, cleared at Cleveland Airport, radar vector is Akron VOR that is filed. Maintain 5, spec 12,010 minutes factor. And departure with me, squawk 5707.
Alright, cleared as filed. Direct Akron, climb to 5, expect 12 in 10 minutes. Departure with you, squawk 5707.
Actually, November 6, Lima X-ray, you're outside of my sector. Actually, you should be with the other Cleveland Center, 134.9.
We'll give him a call, 134.9, 6 Lima X-ray. Can you let him know you cleared us? 134.9. Cleveland Center, November 6-6, Lima X-ray. We just picked up our clearance. We're at Pittsburg with Whiskey, and we're ready to taxi. We got 5707 in the box, and we'll squawk normal so he can see us. My call me knows whom he's talking to.
November 6-6 Lima X-ray, runway 28 center, taxi via November Echo.
28 center via November Echo. We'll call you holding short. 66 Lima X-ray. 28 center November
9735,
Echo.
contact can descend at 110.55.
Alright, taxi lights are on, brakes are off.
9735, thanks for services are easy.
We have our clearance. We'll test the brakes. There's the left brake. There's the let's go. Moving again. Right brake. Brakes are tested. Vertical speed reads 0. Airspeed indicator reads 0. Heading indicator turns properly both sides. Just get out of this parking area.
Woodshed 1995, Cleveland Center, Roger.
We'll do a spoiler test. Spoilers are deployed. Light illuminates or track. Light extinguishes. Reverser test. 2 are unlocked. 2 are in reverse. 2 are stowed. Flight controls are free and correct. This is November. Engine instruments are checked. Departure briefing. We're going to be departing runway 28 center at Pittsburg. That runway is 10,775 feet long. We have 2,600 pounds of fuel, which is plenty of fuel for this 25-minute flight, which only totals 92 miles. Any failures before VR, we abort and stay here. We do that by bringing the power to idle, deploying the spoilers, engaging the reversers, and applying braking. Any failure after VR, with the exception of fire and loss of directional control, we will go airborne. We'll troubleshoot in the air and return here to Pittsburg. And other than that, it should be a normal flight with standard callouts. We got 5,000 set, 250 knots below 10. We have to turn November Echo, 28 center. And that is our departure briefing. Nav radios are set. Comm radios are set. Transponder is normal. We are squawking normal. Pitot heat's on. De-ice is on. Yaw damp is off. Star switches are selected to continuous. Fuel pump, we'll turn that on. Flap set for takeoff, trim set for takeoff, and we'll note the time and fuel. Lineup checks are next.
Number 517 Charlie, Charlie, contact the parking via...
This is going to be Echo. We'll turn left here.
Alright, checks the ramp, across runway 517 Charlie, Charlie.
And the lineup checks are our tower clearance. Check the threshold for landing aircraft. Nobody's inbound. Taxi lights are off. Landing lights and strobe lights are on. Next will be the climb checklist. Cleveland Center 66 Lima X-ray will be ready for departure 28 center at Pittsburg.
66 Lima X-ray, fly runway heading, wind 3103, runway 28 center, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 28 center, clear for takeoff, 66 Lima X-ray. You know, I hate to say, but my videos will probably be slowing down a little bit during the summertime, because on the weekends my wife and I like to go to the Jersey Shore, but I'll try to get in as many as I can. Right. This is runway 28 center. Compass agrees, everything's good, lights are on, strobes, park and brake. Bring them up to 40%. Temps and pressures look good. We'll advance to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive 2 times. 80 knots. Cross check. We'll continue. A little weeble wobble here. There's not much wind. V1. VR. Positive rate. Gear up. Gear up selected. Gears in transit. Continue runway heading. 400 above the ground. Flaps are coming up. Flaps are up and indicated. Gears up, lights are out. Yaw damp is engaged. Turn the autopilot on. We've got a stable climb. Go runway heading. Up to 5,000. Cleveland Center, November 66 Lima X-ray. We're climbing through 3,000 for 5,000. Runway heading.
Number 6 Lima X-ray, radar contact, clear direct Akron, VOR, climb and maintain 12,000.
Cleared direct to the Akron VOR up to 12,000, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, we're going direct to Akron and up to 12,000. Do our climb checklist. Gear up, lights out. Flaps up and indicated. Yaw damp is on. Autopilot is checked and set. Altimeter is the local setting. And as we climb through 5, I'll turn the fuel pump off. And when we get to 10,000, turn the landing lights off. Just after sunset. Pull up the Cleveland charts. Not going to need the Pittsburg ground chart anymore. Go that again. KCLE Cleveland. Hold on, 4.4. That's 49 and a half miles to the Akron VOR.
Cleveland Center, 3171, cross Brandon at flight level 290.
And we'll be climbing through 10,000 feet. Put the starter switches to flight, and we'll turn the landing lights off. We can accelerate. Let's see, we'll pick up the Cleveland ATIS. We're going to need that. .127.85 is the frequency. Not going to listen to it just yet. We're leveling it off at 12. Put all the throttles back on. Where's the FBO here? This is Cleveland Hopkins. Okay. The FBO is right there. Right, level at 12. Altimeter's local setting. Cruise checklist.
FedEx 3171, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Fuel is checked. 2,400 pounds. Fuel pump is off. Altimeter is checked. Engine instruments are monitored. All's in the green. Cabin alerts as required, and will en route weather. There is none. And this total flight has 72 miles remaining. This will be a very shorty tonight. Just wanted to squeeze one in. Next will be our descent in range checklist. I am going to listen in on the ATIS real quick.
Roknn 90 at 4. Visibility 10. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 23. 2.12. Altimeter 2985. Simultaneous ILS runway 24 left. 24 right approach in use. Departing runway 24 left. Commercial to Rolln. Operate transponder in altitude reporting mode on no taxiways and runways. Caution bird every vicinity
24 left is
airport.
what we'll expect.
Please make all runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You will have information Gulf.
Information Gulf. We don't need this.
Hopkins Airport date of information Gulf. 00510. Roknn 90 at 4. Visibility 10. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 23. 2.12. Altimeter 2985. Simultaneous ILS runway 24 left.
24 left is what we're going to expect, and we'll set up for it. Could change, but I think it would be logical given where we're parking, assuming the controllers will pick up on that we're corporate. The frequency will be 109.9. Keep that in the standby. The approach course will be 238. We'll put that in 238. Check. The decision height is 3,000. I'm sorry, excuse me. The crossing altitude is 3,000. Decision height's 200 feet above ground level. The missed approach is a climb to 1,300, then a climbing left turn to 3,000 on a heading of 200, and the Delta Juliet Bravo VOR.
X-ray cross Acronym, maintain 10,000, Cleveland altimeter 2985.
Okay, we'll cross Akron at 10,10,000, 66 Lima X-ray. Akron at 10. I'm sorry, where was I? Missed approach briefing. Missed approach, climb to 1,300, climbing left turn to 3,000 on a heading of 200, and the Delta Juliet Bravo VOR, I think that's the Dryer VOR. Radio 143 to the Scarrow intersection, 20 DME and hold. And 19 miles to descend 2,000 feet. I want to let them know I have Gulf next time I give them a call. Passenger briefing is complete. Cabin alerts as required. Altimeter is the local setting, and 2985 is the setting. Check 2 times. Nav instruments are checked and set. Is there a VOR at the airport here? I didn't look at that. Let's see. What's the closest VOR? Oh, the Dryer VOR, which we will tune in on our standby 113.6. We'll descend to 10,10,000. Alright, let's see, flight instruments are checked below 10, we'll turn the landing lights back on. So when we level off at 10, I'll put those lights on, and we'll need to slow down.
203, go 0, Cleveland Center, loud and clear.
Alright, good evening. Pepper Shane 203 Echo Spear, on the ground pressure, delocating within the posture, IFR clearance, working on the lake farm, get weather.
Number 203 Echo Sierra, contact Detroit approach 124.907 for clearance.
Appreciate that, 124.907.
Alright, leveling at 10, we'll put the landing lights on. We'll start slowing down.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, contact Cleveland approach 124.0.
Approach on 124.0 for 6 Lima X-ray. Thanks. So long.
X-ray 6.
Oh, was he about to talk to me? I don't know, should I go back or? Good evening, Cleveland approach November 66 Lima X-ray is with you 1010,000 with Gulf.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, Cleveland approach. Good evening. Expect ILS on a 24 left approach. Cleveland altimeter 2985, for Gulf.
Alright, 6 Lima X-ray, we'll expect the ILS runway 24 left, and we copy 2985 for the altimeter. Alright, as we continue, ATIS was received, primary nav aid set and identified. Tune in the ILS now. We did the approach. The missed approach review, minimums, and decision height. So the final approach chart was reviewed. Before landing checks will be next.
X666, Cleveland approach, hello, expect ILS on a 24 left approach, Cleveland altimeter 2985.
2985, we will expect the ILS to hold left at a 267.
And I'm just gradually bleeding off speed.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, turn right heading 360.
Right turn heading 360, 6 Lima X-ray. And we'll activate vectors to final.
666 to 788, 6000.
6,000 very terrific.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, descend maintain 6000.
Descend maintain 6,000, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, 6,000 set, and we're on our way down. Landing lights are on. Turn the fuel pump on. Altimeter is the local setting. We're good. Spoilers arm flaps as required. I was not given a speed restriction, but below 10, we got to be doing 250 knots or less. Next is the landing checklist. I see Cleveland in the distance, the city.
X666, turn right, heading 320.
Change to the right, and we have information about
Slow to 210 knots. That's the FedEx 666. Kind of an unlucky call sign, if you ask me. Alright, star switches are selected to continuous. Flaps as required. I'll deploy them as we slow down. I assume we're going to be behind this guy.
Number 660 max, rate traffic, 1.5 miles, FedEx MD-11 heavy, 6,100, 6,000.
660 max rate. We have that traffic in sight.
60 max, maintain a visual separation. Contact Cleveland approach 123.8 miles.
I will maintain visual separation from the FedEx and approach on 123.85 for 60 max rate. We're switching. So long. Speed checks 10 degrees.
Cleveland approach Delta 70 with you.
in intersection over the equipment 630 feet.
We're following this little conga line, and I think. Good evening, Cleveland approach November 66 Lima X-ray is with you, level at 6,000 with Gulf.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, come approach being flying 30, actually flying 300 and maintaining 4,000.
Heading of 300 down to 4,000, 6 Lima X-ray.
And 1313 flying 340, that's the final.
Alright, speed checks 20 degrees. Keep it under control.
Would this be 2301?
We're going down to 190 for the equipment city.
Number 66 actually would this be 2001?
66 Lima X-ray, say again? Slow to what?
66 actually would this be 2001?
Slow to 200 or less, 6 Lima X-ray.
This is actually landing 050, that's all.
Verify that was right turn 050.
Yeah, right turn 050,
I can't hear him.
Triple six, about 6 miles to Rolln. Flying 230, maintaining 73,000 miles to South, that's why it's only 2 full lap approach. Flying 270 to 72,000.
And 6 Lima X-ray, can you verify the heading you want me on?
Number 66 X-ray flying 050.
050, 6 Lima X-ray.
270 down to 2,000, Delta 1313. Good evening, number 3 Chief Oscar Delta is 10 miles north of the Berkeley Center Airport.
It's got me going against the grain of traffic here.
Okay, the 207, flighting 060 now. 060, Delta 1313. And the Mexican flighting 170.
170 on the heading, 6 Lima X-ray. Well, the localizer is alive, but the glide slope is not.
1313, heading 110. 110, Delta 1313. Electrical 6, heavy contact in tower 164.50. Yeah, 164.5, 37, 670. Approach to Eagle River 3 Chief Foxtrot Delta is 8 miles north of Berkeley from airport requesting full soft landing. Second, planning 110, give me a left. 110, Delta 1313.
Just flew through the localizer.
Cleveland, approach Delta 70 with you, the turn through 7,500 for 5,000.
7-0, and approach planning 060, we just be 200 left.
Alright, speak to, is that 200 for Delta 7?
Zero, 060, we just be 200 left.
He is difficult to hear.
Alright, 060, 200 left for Delta 7.
He's just zigzagging me back and forth. I hope he turns me.
Second, planning 230. 230, Delta 1313. Hurricane 13, to 250, please. Do you acknowledge you, Delta 1313, we're battling winds down here.
The wind's 236 at 24.
Relax, planning 280, just going to maintain stable houses for now.
Alright, 280 on the heading, maintain 4,000, 66 Lima X-ray.
So, 35 to be is this the correct frequency for me?
35, I think so.
Glide slope is alive.
040, and maintain 8,000.
Down to 3,000, maintain heading 030 for Delta 35.
He couldn't fit us all in together, so he had me go out and do some zigzags so he could space them apart. I imagine I'm going to be following this guy.
You don't want to turn, you could just turn me away, right?
It's busy though. It's busy.
French Frontier Flight 431, 6210.
Contact 431 from approach, excuse me, flying 030, determine 25,000.
So 030 and 5,000 for 431.
070, 280.
Left 280.
I slow down 10 knots. I'm sure I'm behind this guy.
Contact him and approach 119.62. Contact approach 119.62.
Alright, over to approach 119.6, please, up 7.
Even approach, up to 1315. Can I just get her down more, please?
That's Burke Lakefront right in front of us in downtown Cleveland.
13, flying 300. Yeah, distance is 3,000, you're descending now.
300, you told me to send to 2,000, so I'm on 2,000. So you want that to 3,000, go up to 3,000.
Slow down a little more. Coming right up on downtown. I assume that's what they call Cleveland downtown or the city. Never been to Cleveland. Alright. I feel like I want to put the gear down just to keep the speed down. Speed checks, gear down. Gears in transit.
20 for Boston 3565 heavy.
And remember, it's the last trigger about 4 miles to the low miles, turn right heading 250, maintains 4,000. We can maintain 3,000 off the topic, that's why I thought it's left group.
Alright, 250 on the heading down to 3000, clear for the ILS runway 24 left, 66 Lima X-ray.
And Frontier 131, contact is approach 119.62, heading 270.
Fly the localizer here. Captured the localizer.
270, Frontier 431.
Here's the altimeter saying we're good still. Gears down, 3 green lights. Speed checks, full flaps. Going right over downtown. Right over the Burke Lakefront Airport. Landing gear down, 3 green lights, flaps full, speed checks, we are flaps full, 40 degrees. We have our approach clearance, yaw damp, and autopilot and flight director to go.
13, planning 3.0,
340, Delta 1313.
So we are clear for the ILS.
and then 22, green approach.
The glide slope is about to intercept. I'm just going to manually fly it down now. It's quite busy in Cleveland. After landing checks are next. So we just need tower.
Center 9.2, Whiskey 5000 and 040. 922, heading 240.
Someone behind us.
240.
5 miles behind us. We're 7 miles from touchdown. Say again that frequency for 6 Lima X-ray. 124.50. Tower on 2450, 6 Lima X-ray, so long. Good evening, Cleveland Tower, 6 Lima X-rays with the ILS 24 left.
We're 66 Lima, Cleveland Tower, good evening, this is 19004, 24 left, clear to land.
24 left, clear to land, 6 Lima X-ray.
My apologies, aircraft perform, say again.
So we're going to land 24 left, and we want to try and catch hotel if that's possible. We'll see. You're down, lights are on, flaps are full, brakes are off, yaw damp off, flight director's off, auto throttles are off. There goes the autopilot.
Southwest Pennsylvania, Roger, taxi stop over for 24 left. Over for 24 left, Southwest Pennsylvania.
Don't sink.
Frame rates are taking a little bit of a hit. Whenever it's busy. A little high.
At 710, go ahead.
Ref -1, sync at 7.
710, Cleveland Tower, Roger. I was calling you earlier because there was no response.
Minimums, we're landing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not hear that.
Ref +3, sync at 9.
I'm just under that. Continue for 24 left. I'll let you take off in a second. Alright, short of 24 left. Sorry about that.
A little windy.
Delta 70, 24 left.
Touchdown. Spoilers are deployed. Reversers are out. 90 knots. 80 knots. There goes hotel, I missed it. 60 knots, reverser stowed. Next one is November.
Delta 70, 24 left.
Here we go. Brake, 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 brake. Alright. Spoilers are retracted. Flaps are coming up. Landing lights and strobe lights are off.
Cleveland Tower,
Fuel
Delta
pump
70
off.
with you.
De-ice and pitot heater are off. We'll bring the APU up.
Roger, Cleveland Tower. 19004, we're in 248, clear land.
Let's see, where are we?
Alright, Jake, we're right, clear to land, thanks.
I think we're on November here. And we'll just go over to ground on our own. Cleveland. Ground is 21-7.
Tower 124.5. 124.5, good day.
Alright, Cleveland ground, 6 Lima X-ray clear, 24 left going to Atlantic.
Lima X-ray, is that you calling?
Affirm, 6 Lima X-ray, clear 24 left, looking to go straight ahead to Atlantic. got a big airplane waiting for us right here.
Is that the GA off of Lima 2?
66 Lima X-ray, let me check. It's straight ahead of me, right in front of me, Lima 2, yes.
Is the United blocking your path in front of you?
Negative, looks like he's waiting for me.
Alright,
we can't get that.
Alright, Lima X-ray, taxi GA via Lima 2.
Alright, straight ahead Lima 2 to Atlantic. Thank you, 6 Lima X-ray. Good night. Alright, well that'll conclude my arrival into Roknn and Rolln, Cleveland. Look at that, was that 777?
52,
Pretty good flight, around 47 minutes.
Reporting rate taxi.
Call rate of taxi, Blue Street 5252.
It was nice and busy, but we got a good flow going. Controllers did a nice job. I'll just change frequency so I'm not listening to that. As we move into the non-movement area, I'll squawk standby. And that'll be it for this Friday night ops, this May 31st. Just gonna come up here and find a parking space. Just gonna go all the way in. As we enter the ramp, I'll turn the taxi lights off. Bring the power back to idle. And I just want to say thank you guys for the subscriptions. I appreciate you coming along with me. I'll try to get some more videos up this summer, but I know there'll be a little bit of a slowdown. I hope everyone has a wonderful summer. And this will be our final parking spot for the evening. Bring her to a stop. Parking brakes are set. Let me go outside. Fuel cutoff 1 and 2. Beacon is off. Transponder standby. And that is it. Hope you like and subscribe, and until next time, happy landings.